welcome to TheMan Games. We are back with this week's best creations off the community creations that you need to download. So I have found another 20 creations from various creators that I think that you need to download onto your WWE 2K24. If you are a new watcher to TheMan Games and you haven't already, please think about subscribing to the channel. Make sure you're letting us know in the comments which creation you thought was the best today, and make sure you're smashing that thumbs up button. So first of all, we're looking at this creation of Jeff Hardy. So this is based from his 8 run in WWE. And the true creator of this is Halloween WCW, hashtag 59994. And the hashtags to find this Jeff Hardy would be Jeff Hardy, Charismatic Enigma, or Halloween. So by downloading this Jeff Hardy, as you can see here now, you get 4 versions in one by downloading this Jeff Hardy. And next up we have this Penta Elzera Mira. So this is in more like a Joker colours gimmick, I would say. And the true creator of this is Triple Johnny, hashtag 65684. And the hashtags to find this Penta would be AEW Penta or Zero Mira. So by downloading this Penta, you also get his black and red attire, similar to what he had on last week's Raw also. And next up we have this creation of Jeff Jarrett. And the true creator of this is Halloween WCW again, hashtag 59994. And the hashtags to find this Jeff Jarrett will be Jeff Jarrett, AEW, or Halloween. So obviously you can see here now you get like the promo version attire of Jeff Jarrett, and you also get this in-ring attire also. And next up we have this creation of MVP, and the true creator of this is Ariza Bear, hashtag 19841. And the hashtags to find this MVP would be MVP, Hurt Syndicate, or AEW. So this is based on his in-ring attire from AEW last week. And next up we have this creation of Bryan Danielson, and the true creator of this is Halloween Plus, hashtag 17587. And the hashtags to find this Daniel Bryan will be Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, or Halloween. And next up we're looking at Mr. Brody Lee. And the true creator of this is MP Caws, hashtag 43312. And the hashtags to find this Brody Lee are Dark Order, AEW DLC, or MP Caws. So as you can see here, we get this suit attire of Brody Lee, and you also get this in-ring attire also. And next up we're looking at Kenny Omega, and this is another Halloween Plus, hashtag 17587 creation, and the hashtags to find this Kenny Omega are Kenny Omega, The Cleaner, or Halloween. And next up we have this creation of Bobby Lashley, and this is another Arziba Bear, hashtag 19841 creation, and the hashtags to find this Bobby Lashley will be Bobby Lashley, Hurt Syndicate, or AEW. So just like the MVP, this attire is based on his in-ring attire from last week's AEW. And now sticking with the Dark Order, we have this creation of Colt Cabana from his time in the Dark Order also. And the true creator of this is Raw Follower TV, hashtag 63854. And the hashtags to find this Colt Cabana will be Dark Order, AEW DLC, or MP Caws. So by downloading this Colt Cabana, you also get this other version of him also. And next up we have this creation of 10, so Dark Order number 10. And the true creator of this is Kinzik, hashtag 07239. And the hashtags to find this 10 would be Dark Order, AEW DLC, or Converge XX. So by downloading this 10, you also get this other attire of his, as you can see now also. And next up we're looking at Victoria, and the true creator of this is X Sidicious Mega X, hashtag 71737. And the hashtags to find this Victoria will be Victoria Terra TNA WWE AEW, Diva Wow Woman NJPW NWA, or Stardom Mill Lisa Vara ECW. And next up we're looking at this attire of Matt Riddle, And the true creator of this is Lucha Buster TLC, hashtag 89881. And the hashtags to find this Matt Riddle would be Rel730, Matt Riddle, or TNA. So as you can see, you get this pink and yellow attire, and you do also get this black and white attire also. And next up we have this new version of Rey Mysterio, and the true creator of this is Lord Next Door, hashtag 89170. And the hashtags to find this Rey Mysterio will be Rey Mysterio, SmackDown, or Lord Next Door. And next up we have this creation of Bayley, and the true creator of this is Bellerin, hashtag 74029. And the hashtags to find this Bayley will be Bayley, Bianca Belair, or What's the Stairs. And next up we're looking at this creation of Steve Blackman, and the true creator of this is KS Dixon, hashtag 37665. And the hashtags to find this Steve Blackman would be just WWF. And next up we're looking at the Honky Tonk Man, but this is based on his Hasbro figure. And the true creator of this is In Your Bros, hashtag 23419. And the hashtags to find this Honky Tonk Man would be Hasbro Superstars, Hasbro, or WWF action figures. And next up we have this creation of Taz, and this is another KS Dixon, hashtag 37665 creation, and the hashtags to find this Taz is just simply WWF. And now next up we're looking at this creation of BFAB, and the true creator of this is Brad King, hashtag 86849. And the hashtags to find this BFAB are simply SmackDown. And now next up we are looking at this new creation of Rhea Ripley, and the true creator of this is one of my favourites, it's Soy El Rue, hashtag 50950. And the hashtags to find this Rhea Ripley would be Rhea Ripley, Raw, or Soy El Rue. So the updates you get by downloading this Rhea Ripley is you get an updated hairstyle, face paint, makeup, face textures, tattoos, and it can also be set as an alternative attire for Rhea Ripley. And then finally we are looking at this creation of Jimmy Uso, and once again the true creator is Soy El Rue, hashtag 50950, and the hashtags to find this Jimmy Uso will be Jimmy Uso, SmackDown, or Soy El Rue. So the updates by downloading this Jimmy Uso would be updated hairstyle, beard, tattoos, and you also get his new attire from last week on SmackDown, also the red and white, and it can also be set as an alternative attire for Jimmy Uso. And there you have it, so those were this week's best creations off the community creations that you need to download. Before we sign off this video today, I'd like to give a shout out to my members, so thank you very much to James Reeder, Keith Weatherstone, and Gordon Steitenberger. Thank you very much for being a member to TheMan Games. I truly do appreciate your support to the channel. So thank you to everyone who watched today's video. If you are new and watch TheMan Games and you haven't already, please think about subscribing to the channel. If you already have subscribed, make sure you've got your notifications turned on, and then you'll know when our next video goes up on the channel. Make sure you're smashing that thumbs up button. Also, drop me a comment down below and let us know what you thought of today's creations, which one was your favourite. There is links in the description below where you can sign up to our newsletter, become a member, and find us on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. So thank you very much once again for watching and supporting TheMan Games today, and we will see you on the next video.